Hey everyone, before we start today's show, I want to remind you about a way you can support this independent podcast. Check out spitballerspod.com. It's going to give you all the details of how you can join in, support this show, and get access to our full archive, our backlog of episodes. Check it out, spitballerspod.com.
What happens when three buffoons give life advice, explore unrealistic situations, and give random topics more thought than they probably deserve? It's the Spitballers Podcast with Andy, Mike, and Jason.
Oh, I loved it.
Look, fellas, I have not stopped thinking about my last intro. It was bad.
You've been a man in the mirror practicing.
It was objectively horrifying.
You made up for it.
And as the man with the musical background, I was ashamed.
I like that one because it started a little earlier. I like that one because it had a difficult, like, you know, you got like the floor routine in the Olympics, and then you've got a couple of those, the passes. Here's a triple. Yeah. Yep. It had a difficult part in the middle.
And then you actually, I believe you played some
trumpet.
horns.
I did. I went to the trumpet.
You actually played that was the most impressive part for me. What's nice is since we unfortunately rotate the scat next week, I will be destroying anything good that has been built here.
Yes, well, we look forward to it. Welcome into the Spitballers Podcast, episode 61.
Ooh.
We've got a review, we've got Situation Room, we've got Would You Rather, and yet another fun draft on the show today. You can follow the show on Twitter at SpitballersPod. We appreciate all the support, the reviews, the subscriptions on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you're listening. And a reminder, new shows drop each and every Monday. So we try to improve your Monday, make it just a little bit better. And we do that in part by scatting to the music.
That's true. That's true.
Let's jump into a review.
Reviewosaurus Rex.
This one comes in from Desmond the Moon Bear. 5 stars. The review is titled, My Brother Listens Behind My Back. I just wanted to say that you three are the kings of clean comedy. You kids remind me of Gaston. One is quick, one is slick, and one's neck is incredibly thick. I'll let you decide who is who.
We know.
I call slick.
I call thick. Because of obvious reasons. Every Monday I get a buzzing from my phone and see to my delight that y'all have a new episode out. My brother says you guys aren't funny. But then I'll catch him listening to y'all when he thinks I'm not there.
Wait, it's cool not to like
Keep
us.
it up and stay fresh.
It's cool not to like us publicly.
Hey, I am totally
I don't like
fine.
none of that clean comedy, man.
Yeah, I am totally fine just being your secret comedy podcast. Don't you know what I mean? Like just, oh, dude, I would never. You gotta get that. You gotta scratch that itch.
It's
Frank,
like,
what are you doing?
It's not what you think.
Just chucks the phone.
it's like having a guilty pleasure in music, you know, where his secret Taylor Swift affections.
The headphone cord pops out, and then it's just us with poop jokes.
Oh my!
And you're busted.
And you're busted.
What a loser.
You listen to us. All right, thank you for the review. I think we're moving on.
The Situation Room.
All right, Spencer from Twitter. He's going to put us into... I haven't read any of these.
This one's rough, fellas.
Oh, really?
Get ready.
Spencer sent in a situation. You've just rejoined your family in a Disneyland crowd after sneaking off to grab a churro.
Sounds great.
You give your wife a semi-appropriate pinch, and you put your arm around your bride. As she turns to look at you, disgusted, you realize that the woman is not your wife, but a complete stranger who resembled your wife from behind. What do you do?
Oh, man.
Look, there's only one thing you could do. It is hopefully your face resembles the shame and embarrassment that you feel. You apologize profusely and you run. You run away. And you leave the park. You leave your family.
The city,
you
the
never
state.
return.
Man, that's right.
Like Simba being banished from the Pride Lands.
Yes, exactly. Run away.
We've all been there, right? Where we go.
No, I've never done this.
No. We've all mistaken someone from the back and maybe talked
Yes.
to them
Yo,
or something
yes.
totally mild, but not necessarily come up and giving a little
And
little pat on the bottom, little hey babe, whoa, you're not my wife. You are, and that's what you got to do. You got to go. Whoa, you're not my wife. And
I
then
think
Forrest
running
Gump
running might be a problem.
Yeah, I want to Forrest Gump.
You have to, it's after the apology. You have to face up to what you have done. But
And then you just turn and run?
If I don't run, I'm going to disintegrate into the ground. My body will just be primordial ooze for everyone to step in. It would be the end. The end of me.
If you do that, you've done it. Are you now liable for assaulting a person? Like seriously, if they were so offended and upset, could you get in trouble?
But
Not a lawyer.
Basically, could you use the excuse of whoopsie daisies
In a court of law?
In a court of law, I don't think so.
No,
that's
you can't.
not going to hold water.
Officer, he then turned and ran at full speed as fast as he could.
See, and that's why running away is a problem.
You go half speed.
You're admitting that you did something like
You
if
also
you
don't-
steal.
You're admitting you did something.
You might-
wrong. It's done.
But you run when you I stole something and I don't want to get caught, so I'm out of here. You can't ever
Right,
catch me.
it admits guilt by running. Also, don't pull your wallet out and try to
No, you cannot buy your way out of that situation. You're just digging the hole deeper at that point. I mean, the truth is, this happens in real life. It would be, I would be so red. I would be I would say, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry," and then uncontrollably, whether to the delight of the person or the anguish of the person, depending on personality, I couldn't stop myself from laughing. Like, I know me. I would, after I apologize and I'm red, I would just start laughing at what an idiot I am. And then that would, if the roles were reversed, like if somebody else did this to my wife and she got to see the shame.
lay down flat
in
on
that
your face.
Person.
Just kill me. Just do whatever you want.
Lay down.
I was in a parking lot once. I told you guys this story. I don't know if I said it on Spitballers. I was waiting at a coffee shop 8 or 9 o'clock at night, so it's a dark parking lot. I knew my sister was coming to meet me. She drives a Honda Civic. A Honda Civic pulls up. I go out there just to be funny. It's my little sister. I'm going to I see somebody's on the phone. This is the same car as my sister. I go up to the window in a dark parking lot because I'm going to just throw my face up into the window.
And scare her.
And scare my sister when she turns away from her phone. It was a 65-year-old woman.
Gosh, that's horrific.
She jumped out of her shoes, and then I had to figure out how many times is appropriate to apologize in a 30-second span. I could not have felt more embarrassed. I held the door open for her going into the coffee shop. I
don't think she wants you
I know.
opening the door. She's like, okay, now this man is opening the door for me.
I feel like, and no one wants you to say, I'm not a stalker. I'm not a creep. No, I'm not a creep. I'm super not a creep. I'm not a creep right now.
Things you shouldn't ever have to say.
Yes. Okay. Well, that is a horrible situation. Let's move on.
Wait, real quick.
Okay.
The situation is made better, and I really appreciate the fact that they allowed me to go get a churro. So we can't forget that part
give her
of
the
it.
churro.
Yeah, you hand over the churro, man.
Not happening. Not happening.
I'll go to jail.
I'll take out the wallet before the churro.
No.
This is my churro. I waited in the stand.
Did you just give my wife a churro to pinch her?
Someone could jump out and say, Jason, I've got your family. It's the churros or your family. And Jason would be like,
Here's what I would do. I would eat the churro and give him the butt of the churro. I'd say,
oh,
okay, here you go.
At least let's go half skis on this. Is that all right?
Exactly.
You give me half the family back. I give you half the churro.
That's a fair deal. Because it's Disneyland churro specifically.
Of course.
What does that kidnapper do if you take one last bite of the churro?
Oh, and that bite is not small.
It's
that
not a
bite's
small
okay.
bite.
Can I have one more bite?
No, you don't ask.
No, you don't.
You go.
You stare them in the eyes.
You go, my family, and then you take one bite and hand it over. Are you not? Do they go
Let's just
kill
say
him?
this, that
Do
bite-
they say kill him?
That bite would not look appropriate. Let's
No.
just say that.
No. All right, Luke from the website.
Stop eating it, Jason.
Jason, you're killing your
Just
family.
give it the
You're
churro.
killing your family. Kill one of them.
So good.
Luke wants to know what you do in this situation, guys. You are frozen for 2,000 years. Upon waking, you're allowed to Google one thing. What do you Google? So let's take modern day. You get frozen tomorrow. You're frozen for 2,000 years. Do you know, Al Borland, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Do you know when you wake up that it's been 2,000 years? Because my answer is, what year is it? That's what I'll Google if I don't know it's 2,000 years.
I would say they tell you you've been frozen for 2,000 years, and
Here's a computer. Google's still a thing.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay. That's tough because I would instantly want to know what happened to my family.
Right. The first
But
thought,
I can't Google that. Like,
Well, you
what
can.
happened to my family
You
in
can't.
2,000 years ago?
You can, in the sense that you can. My search would be, how old do people live today? Like, what is the average? You know what I mean? Because
That's
maybe
not going to help you. You're 2,000 years. You need to look up average
would
age
wake up.
2,000 years ago.
No, because it's how old people are today. If people that year are 2,100 years old on average, then I'm good.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. You don't wake up 2,000 years later going, maybe they're still alive.
Well, but the advances in technology,
Maybe.
they've downloaded
Yeah,
their brain
it's
into
today.
a robot body.
It's right now, Jay. I'm freezing you right now. When you wake up in 2,000 years
Yeah.
and they go, it's 2,000
It
years.
could happen before we die.
You would ask,
before
how
my
long do
children die.
people live?
Before my children die, they very well might
going-
be able to go into a robot
Okay, so
body.
you're going with the lawnmower man. We've downloaded, and now we are techno people.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's what I would search to see if there's any chance. Because without that, my family's long gone.
See, my answer was actually very similar, yet somehow different. It's, where is the robot store where I go and I get all my cool enhancements?
So your family be darned.
They're gone, man. I'm not this guy waking up 2,000 years holding on hope. Maybe my family's still alive. They're gone.
Would you go find your great grandkids?
Yes, after I'm a robot.
Priorities.
Step one
Yes.
is to become a robot.
Dude, superpowers, man.
Now, here's the thing.
mean-
How you paying for that? You
I-
wake up 2,000 years from now, your money's no good here.
Could I offer you a George Washington?
In 2,000 years, I feel like you
Oh, I got a Bitcoin. We're good, man.
you might be
I
the
got
one
future.
the one non-robot in that universe. Because in 2,000
That's
years,
true.
you could be, it's like the Ewoks holding up C-3PO. Like, you could be the special creature because you're not a robot.
So the first thing you Google
wasn't
is,
Ewoks,
are
Amp,
by the
humans
way.
still around? That would be the first
well, I
Google.
would probably look at the doctor that told me I was in there 2,000
Yeah,
years
well-
old to figure that out. Was it C-3PO or was
It's
it?
a human that hands you the computer.
Are
Do humans still exist?
Well, I got to know. Maybe this guy...
How long do they live if they do exist? Is it 2,100 years?
A man can dream, Andy.
You'd wake up and say, is my child still alive? And that's
Yes.
you're a hopeful man.
Yes. Look, there could become a time where, technologically speaking, barring other accidents, where the lifespan is completely changed. It's just a matter of that moment in time. Is that moment in, Mike, you're saying that 2,000 years from now, that'll be there. Will it be there 1,000 years from now? 500 years from now?
Well, that would infer that
80 years from now?
your family has to make it 500
I like
years
how it
from
took-
But that's
now.
what... No, I was working my way back.
He was 3 steps. Here's what's his 3 steps. Is it 2,000 years, 1,000 years, 500 years, 80 years?
That's 4
Maybe
steps.
it was next week. I don't know. I was frozen.
I'm just so I didn't know that you believed that any day now we're gonna live to be
almost
approximately 2,100 years old.
We just got to make it to that moment.
Here's the real answer. There's no one that's ever done this, and I can't possibly comprehend how your brain doesn't explode from being incapable of comprehending that happening. If you woke up 2,000 years from now, I don't know how you could comprehend it, right?
Sure.
A coma patient for 30, 40, I don't know what the longest coma patient is, where they've woken up is it 10 years, 20 years? I have no idea. But comprehending that, I think you'd think you're dead. Maybe I'd Google, am I dead?
Ooh.
Right?
Yes, and you would
And if
not
it's-
get an answer.
Yeah. Yes. It just says yes.
37 years.
37
Now,
years?
37 years, but is that to waking up, or was that just how long the coma lasted? Because that's the real crux here.
Well, I imagine he was
Wait.
looking waking up and being cognizant.
Right.
Yeah, I looked for longest coma survivor. So yeah.
37 years.
Wow.
Thinking
That-
about
oh,
that,
that's enough.
that
That's
breaks
enough.
my brain.
That would
Yeah.
be like you wake. That's what I was thinking. Like if this was 200 years and not 2,000, would it be any different whatsoever?
I took a nap once where I overslept an appointment. I woke up more panicked than anybody on this earth. I can't imagine.
What day is it?
I woke up going, I've missed everything.
Someone would wake up.
Am I still married?
You guys still like disco?
How'd that Spitballers podcast turn out?
That's what people will be asking.
They became
in
world
2,000 years.
world famous,
We're
didn't
like,
they?
like Bill and Ted.
Yeah.
Our stupid stuff actually saves the world.
These are fun. I'm diving back into the Situation Room. Caleb from Patreon, so one of our Spitwad supporters at
What up, Caleb?
SpitballersPod.com. You receive another visit. Oh, great.
I'm back.
From your local wizard.
It's me.
The local wizard.
He tells you he can solve one of the world's major problems: world hunger, global warming, cancer, poverty. But you have to spend the next year working
What a jerk. Just fix the problem.
as a telemarketer, a porta potty cleaner, or a crime scene sanitizer. What issue do you get rid of, and what job do you choose? You gotta love questions where you're put on the spot to decide what global phenomenon of evil you need to solve,
Well,
and the others aren't as important.
right. That's the best part of this question.
what?
It's-
This is not on us, man. This is on the wizard.
no, but he's
This
saying
is the wizard's fault.
Yes.
it's totally the wizard's fault. But I mean, look, if you've been
If only you were a telemarketer, I could stop the global warming.
you're a real jerk, local wizard.
Someone must pay the toll.
So the thing is, you're not going to turn it down, right? Because then you're the jerk.
Fair point.
You're going to say,
Fair point.
all right, I'll take the lumps. I'm going to solve something.
Meh.
So what is it?
I thought about answering, and then I felt like I was being. I'm not going to solve global warming because I'm a techno optimist. I
You
believe
think we will figure it out?
I believe we are on the way of figuring it out before it becomes too dire. We'll have advanced.
Mr. Techno Optimist doesn't think that it's possible in our lifetime that we'll get to the point to download our brain into a computer. You
You're-
are a techno pessimist.
You're more of a techno optimist prime.
Yeah, okay. All right. I allow it.
Cancer. I think we're gonna techno optimism will tell me that we're gonna continue to extend life. I think the big problems then world hunger, poverty. They both breed their own evils. I think we're making some strides on those too. So I don't know, world hunger.
All right.
I'll go world hunger, and then I guess I'll work as a telemarketer because
Look, the job has to be telemarketing.
I'd rather make the phone calls than the cleanup work. Come on.
Yeah, man, this is tough when it comes to like
between the jobs.
no, not between
Oh.
the jobs, but between like you think, okay, I want to solve like clean water everywhere, no droughts, no, you know what I mean, like
Right.
clean water for
You want
all
my
humans.
you want my cloud machine.
I don't want that, Mike. I don't think that's going to solve the problems you think it's going to solve.
If you could make
Or
a
that
brain-
will ever exist, even 2,100 years from now.
Wait, Mr. Techno Optimist,
He
Look,
is not a techno.
I'm not a techno
You're-
impossibilist.
you're telling me that we'll get to the point where we can cure diseases, but a simple cloud?
Let me ask you that. First of all, it's not simple, Mike. It's in the atmosphere. You're producing them for. You're saying producing Earth-sized weather. Yeah, I think it's a challenge.
What was that
Let me
movie?
ask you a question,
What was
Mike.
the
Are we ever gonna make? Are we ever gonna make a boot the size of a continent?
a boot?
Yeah, a boot,
Like Italy?
like a human boot. Are you ever gonna make a human boot? Could we ever make one as big as a continent?
No.
No, that's too many materials.
That is not a strong argument to win here. Your point makes no sense. I mean, none whatsoever.
That's so much leather. Mine is just
Let
talking.
me ask you a question, Mike. Do you think we're ever gonna? Did you ever think we're going to start printing people with a Hewlett-Packard? You think we're going to do that? 'Cause
That's what I think of your cloud machine.
why would you ever have come up with you think they're going to make a boot the size of a continent? That's the reason. That makes no sense.
My point is there are things that are outside the bounds of our possibilities.
Yes, exactly. A boot
And
the
a
size
boot.
of a continent.
That's what you went
And
with.
worldwide weather. Those are the only two impossibles.
Oh, mercy.
There are only two things we can never do.
Are you ever gonna make a bowl of spaghetti the size of Cincinnati? No, they aren't.
I'm a techno.
Who's gonna eat it?
Oh, man. Oh,
I can't breathe.
wow.
Look, there are some things that the humans can't do.
They
don't
can't
think-
control the weather and they can't make continent-sized boots.
Okay. All right. Are we done talking to each other yet?
Next segment.
All
Hey,
right.
real quick.
Yeah.
I gotta redeem myself here before my DMs fill up. But it's 27 years for someone that actually woke up.
Oh, so that 37-year was a liar.
She didn't make it.
Whoa! Al Borland.
Wait.
Sorry,
so wait,
man.
27 years and didn't wake up?
No,
27 did wake
woke
up.
up. If you go 37, we're not going to talk about it.
Yep.
Oh.
That brought the show down. What? Hold on.
You had to break in.
It's like one of
She
the
died.
one of the funniest moments in the show's history.
Yes, we're cracking up crying.
Guys,
I gotta-
it's official. I
does- she-
can't have kids. What was that about?
Before my DMs blow up, I want to let you know she actually didn't make it.
He's
Thank
so
you.
worried about his
He
DMs.
probably knew how my abs felt and that I needed to calm down. Thank you for bringing death quickly into view.
All right.
I'm Googling the boot question in 2100 years. That's for darn sure. Did we ever make that boot? That's
And
what
that's
I'm
when they
Nobody
say,
wanted.
take a look around. Where do you think you're living? You're in the boot.
You're in the boot all along. Oh my goodness, we're moving on.
Would you rather?
All right. Dan, who is an official spitwad, asks the question, would you rather have to vigorously floss your teeth immediately after every time you eat something, or enthusiastically floss and dance every time?
The dance.
Floss. Enthusiastically floss. Do the dance, the floss. Every time someone initiates a handshake with you, I will punch that person in the face.
Yeah, and I totally understand that, but there are not many things that are worse than having to floss.
Vigorously.
Yeah, I didn't even
You
get
don't
there
like
yet.
flossing.
Well, flossing is for the birds.
You don't like the way it feels afterwards?
No, get out of here, big floss. I'm not buying into your nonsense.
If you notice, I found those little the like half floss, half toothpick things.
Yeah, the little.
Wait,
They're like pipe cleaners for your teeth.
Yeah,
it has floss,
It's a flossing mechanism.
but
It's not made out of floss.
Okay, I was imagining a toothpick that had like a little lasso on it.
What?
Yes, you were.
They do have those with the actual floss on them on the other side of the toothpick.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Andy's talking about the ones that look more like a pipe cleaner.
Pipe cleaner, yeah.
Okay.
I like the feeling of clean teeth. My teeth have nooks and crannies. When I eat, I bring those around. I always pick up a toothpick. I like them clean, so I don't think if you said, all right, you're done eating, I got to go
But
floss.
this is vigorous. So I mean, you're
What am I
You're bleeding
am I-
everywhere.
only
yeah.
the first time.
no, only like the first 3 weeks
Yeah, but eventually,
until
in
they'll be
fairness,
calloused up.
one of these two things helps you, and one of these two things.
I will have
mean,
no gingivitis.
Other than burning a few extra calories doing the floss, I don't think there's a real help to the dance here.
It would bring a lot of joy.
To you and to those you love.
Yes, that's what I mean. Like if someone goes to get a handshake at like a really important business meeting, I'm suited up, then I'm like, oh yeah, hit him with the floss.
What happens when you have to shake hands with everybody at that round table?
Well, now, it's
You-
only when
first time you're funny, second time,
It can,
haha.
if it's a group scenario, you can't have to
No.
go for every handshake.
Absolutely you can. But you got to come in here, and you've got to make sure that you're the initiator.
Oh.
You go around the table, and you shake
Excellent.
everybody's hand.
Yeah.
Because it says every time someone initiates a handshake with you
Oh,
is
you
when you
found
do the
a
floss.
loophole. Okay.
So
right.
when you're in a sad situation, when you're at the funeral, as Al Borland would want us to be, when you're there and you're wanting to make sure that you're the initiator, otherwise you're going to be flossing. It's going to be awkward.
You just walk around with your hand extended. 20.
Hold on, guys. She's dead.
Oh, flossy. I'm doing the floss, man, because I would rather.
You don't like doing the actual floss.
Yeah, I'd rather do that dance 24 hours a day than put dental floss in these teeth.
So you never floss?
Never.
Never.
I floss.
Never have, never will.
The more you floss, the less you need to floss. That's the way it works. Mm-hmm. So if you,
the more you floss, the more you have to go to the dentist.
No, the first time you floss, like if you don't floss normally, you will be a bloody mess. But then it cleans your teeth out.
I floss every now and then, but I'm not.
Once a week?
Yeah, I would say once a week is probably about
that's
right.
about right.
But I don't use the whole the spool of floss, the old spool.
I do like that.
Of course you use that. That's what they used in the 20s.
They sell it today.
To older people.
You got to wrap it around. You're cutting off circulation
Every
in your
single
fingers.
time I use that, I end up using like 22 yards because I just keep moving through it. I don't know how to, but the little toothpick floss.
I like those things, but the reason I use the regular floss is because those break.
Because it's what Daddy did.
No, I have those. I bought those so many times. The ones that have the little toothpick on one end and they stretch the floss out on the other end. But I got some tight teeth. They're very close together, and it just breaks them.
I have used
you understand that, right, Borland?
hundreds of them. I've never, ever seen one broken.
When I'm driving in the car. They're great.
Andy has little razor shark teeth. It just shrink another one.
All right, PJ from Twitter, would you rather a stranger choose what you eat or when you eat? Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
This one it's got to be when.
This is too close to home.
When
It's too – wait.
This
do you have a stranger doing this for you right now?
Wait, is
that would mean that?
Yes, that's what that means.
That would also infer it is close to home because it's your wife. So your wife chooses what you eat and when you eat?
So that phrase, I think I'm using it incorrectly. What I'm trying to say is this one hits in
the heart.
Hits too near my heart and my passions for me to – because whatever you choose –
that makes far more sense.
This question could easily –
some shadow figure has to decide what you eat.
I mean, this question is a nightmare. Because what I'm choosing is for someone to do me wrong. Right?
Sure.
What I eat or when I eat.
But I think if the person is choosing what you eat, there is a chance that you're real hungry. You want to sit down and eat, and then they're like, have some kidney beans. Here's some liver and onions, and you're like, crap. Or Jason, here's a salad.
Okay, and then you choose when they eat, and they're like, Thursday.
Well,
enjoy your 4-day fast. I mean, that's a problem.
I don't think that's in the spirit of the question. Like, never.
But kidney beans are fine. Just have some kidney beans.
There's a lot of protein. You'll sustain your life.
I don't think I want someone choosing when I eat. I need to be choosing when I eat so that I can stay energetic.
Exactly.
Be the kind of have the kind of mental acuity that I had on that boot question.
Yes.
So when was the last time you ate?
Lunch.
Thursday. So
if they choose what you eat, you might never eat.
I get too hangry. Like I get really legitimately hangry.
What's a food that you actually hate?
Beets.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so beets. Beets
so
for
I'm not
lunch.
eating.
That was my whole point.
Wow. That's a jerk, man.
And you are correct because beets are not good. Kids, you want some dirt? Here's a beet.
Oh,
chew it up. It's full of nutrients.
Don't worry, it'll stain everything around you. I'm taking the what? I want to say I'm taking the win because of my hanger, and that I worry if they're not letting me eat when I need to eat, I'm gonna just get angry and I'm gonna cause problems. But I need to control when I pretend to eat healthy or when I eat like I do.
All right, Kiko from Patreon. Would you rather always have to reprimand everybody else's kid in public when they are misbehaving, or have to let your own kid have a meltdown in public, but you can't say or do anything about it, and you can't leave until the situation is over? So you're the parent ignoring the meltdown, letting everyone be affected by it around you, and their ire.
Easy peasy. I will grab a bag of popcorn, and I will sit 12 inches from my kid melting down and eat it while everybody watches.
I think you're lying.
No, I'm not saying that I would do that in real life or enjoy it, or that I am fine with letting my kid melt down in public. It terrifies. It's the worst.
It's the worst.
But
well,
man,
no, it's not the worst.
the worst is reprimanding everybody else's kids.
Yes.
Man.
It's
What kind of reprimander would you be if you had to be that? Would you be the sarcastic one? You know,
well, I feel like if it's reprimanding, you're just
like what? Yeah, what attitude would you have? Do you walk over and reprimand the kid? Are you really sarcastic about the parents in trying to reprimand the kid? Like, what do you?
I feel like
I guess you have to go over
for-
and actually punish the kid.
yes,
huh?
for this question, you have to walk
That's right.
over and you say like, "Stop doing that, or you're grounded."
just you've got to dole out a punishment. You have to actually
Oh,
say,
just go take the dessert away from the kid right in front of him.
I mean, that would be wonderful.
Say you're done. You're
That's-
done.
It's the reprimand that's the hard part. Now, is just talking, because I will say this. I say that I would never reprimand, but there are certain times
You have to. Yes.
I've been the parent that's like, oh no, that ain't happening. You know, we were at one of those jungle places.
Yes.
And it's like there's this kid that no one was like, none of the workers were saying anything, and he was just throwing foam in everybody's face and like jumping when other people were jumping in and trying. I mean, it was just like, dude, where is this kid's parents? Like, he's literally causing a problem everywhere he's going. And
I've done that many times, but only as it affects my children. I feel like, or the
Right,
children,
right.
or like another, like a social good was going to happen if I jumped in and said, "No, stop doing that right now."
But I think we should be doing that.
Yeah.
As a society, if a kid is doing something like that, someone has to walk up and be like, "Hey, man, you can't do that."
Right.
And
but that's not reprimand.
generally speaking, if it's someone else's kid and it's hey, you can't do that, they will stop doing it. But that is not reprimanding. That punishing someone else's kid is also saying goodbye, like bye to your friendship, because good luck getting out of that situation.
Or goodbye to your face because that dad punches it right off.
Yeah, it's not good. I'm sitting with. We've all experienced the kid's meltdown.
Do you just do the stare down? Like you know what I mean? Like the adult parent hardcore stare down to this kid. Like
It's not ending well.
No, it's not.
And we've all had the kids melting down with nothing you could do about it. I mean, eventually you pick them up and you just leave or something like that. But we've all experienced where you can't console them and they're going to do what they want to do. So over reprimanding someone else's child, that's the one I will take.
Yeah. When my kid's having a meltdown, all I want is the other parents to say, "They're trying. They're giving it a go
Right.
over there. Not just sitting there and not caring. Oh, that'd be tough."
If you're just,
But I think you have to go with that one.
if you just keep a conversation going
Yeah.
with your friend, but you're just talking louder.
Tell the other people to tell them to keep it down.
Hey,
If
don't worry about it.
Yeah. It'll wear off. All right, we're into a draft.
The Spitballers Draft.
All right, our draft today is best TV moms.
Our favorite TV moms.
Yeah, they don't have to be good
It
moms.
says best in my show doc. There's no way
Well, then I'm going to blame Al
that
Borland
Jeremy
for that.
meant something he didn't put in the
Who's
show doc.
Jeremy?
Al Borland would only put in the show doc what he wants me to say, right?
He is just furiously sweating over there.
Oh, look, it says favorite TV moms now.
That's what mine says.
All right, so Mike, you have the first pick.
Yeah.
We're picking our favorite television mothers.
All right. I got to kick the draft off the way I think it should be handled. This mom has been on television longer than any other mom. And you know what? She's a freaking great mom. This is a great role model, a great lady. She's helped hold the house together, raising them kids, and her kids are not easy to raise. I'm going to take Marge Simpson.
Yeah, she's definitely on my short list. And here's the thing: I've got a short list. So
My-
this will be.
We're
My
doing
list
3
is great.
rounds, by the way.
Okay.
We're doing 3 rounds today.
All right. So Marge is obviously great. Man, I got to play the game here.
Of
I
who's
gotta-
going to come back?
Yeah, of who's going to come back? Because there's one that I don't care what Borland says. I'm allowed to take because.
Oh, it better not. We better not have the same sneaky
Well, the
strategy.
nice thing is, even if we do have the same sneaky strategy, I get to pick again before you do. So I'm going to hold off on this one. And this is our show. I get to pick who I want, and I'm
Sure.
picking. But not yet.
Okay, clearly we both had the same exact idea.
Yes. Okay, so I am going to take Leslie Knope, who is a phenomenal mother at the end of the Parks and
Yes,
Rec.
I was going to say that's not ringing a bell, but at the end she did have the kid.
Yes. So Leslie
No,
Knope.
that's a great call.
She was a great TV mom. She was a hard-working mom. You know, she was able to do everything.
I don't disagree. Like, that's fine. You can make that pick.
Oh, yeah. Great pick.
That's as far away from favorite TV moms that I could ever fathom for a pick. Like, it's not an
Too
iconic.
recent.
It wasn't like that. Wasn't even her role on the show. Like her.
June Cleaver.
I
doesn't have to be the
I didn't
role.
remember that she was even
Well, that's
a mom.
your fault.
What season was that? The last season of the show?
Is that one of them?
Yeah. The last season is when she becomes a mother. This
So-
this lifelong struggle to be a mother, and then finally
that was not the lifelong struggle.
Oh yeah, certainly. Well,
Oh my god,
always
it's
wanted
the
to be a mother.
weirdest pick ever.
It's the
I
best
think
pick.
it's great.
Thank you, Mike.
Okay, so I
It also doesn't take anyone off my list because I didn't remember that either.
yeah, because she's all right. Whatever. I'll take 2 that I grew up with. I will take Jill Taylor from Home Improvement,
Oh yeah.
and I will take Claire Huxtable from The Cosby Show.
Okay.
She was an incredible TV mom. Both of them were. So those are my 2 picks.
Alrighty. My pick.
Yeah.
Oh, she is a mother.
There's 3.
There's 3 children.
There was 3.
There were 3.
Dang it,
Then
man.
there's 2.
I
I'm
was
taking
so-
the mother of dragons. Give me Khaleesi. Give me Daenerys Targaryen, the ultimate TV mom. I mean, how many
Well, to be
moms-
fair, her kids kept dying off.
That's true. She
Well, spoiler
she did-
alert.
she
Sorry,
did-
everybody.
She did chain them up and lock them in a dungeon at one point. So this is not best TV moms.
And
This
she
is favorite.
She used them to burn down an entire
It did not
city.
end well. It did not end well. So, yeah, but iconic favorite character who is known for being a mother
Yeah.
of dragons.
It was on my list. I honestly thought with my very last pick I was gonna be able to sneak that one in there. All right, I guess I'm on the turn. I got to take 2. My first one is easy. I'm taking Claire Dunphy
Oh, that's a good one.
because she is BA, talking about handles things and extremely funny. With my
If people don't know who she's from, this is where you would tell them. That's what I was setting you up to where.
From Modern Family.
So if you don't watch that show, maybe you don't know
Yes,
who
she's from,
she is.
She's from Modern Family. Oh man. And then coming around with the next pick, I've
Yeah,
got
it's-
yeah.
3
getting
rounds.
tough.
3 rounds.
Well, I've got my list, but now I'm tilting here a little bit with knowing that this will be my last pick. I am going to take
Your time.
Yeah, of course I'm taking my time here. Do I go with the old 50s mom, or do I go with the newer modern mom, which I guess I have one from Modern Family, or do I go with the wild card? There are so many places to go. All right, I'll take Carol Brady. I'll take
okay.
it's too. I feel like it's just too strong. It's too strong.
Oh,
That's
you know
that was a modern pick, right?
No, that was
Oh.
the old 50s pick. I told you I had three ways I could have gone, and I went with the 50s one.
You got it.
All right, so I'm looking here. I'm trying to find, something that just really speaks to me, and I can't. I'm drawing a blank, but there is a family show that has meant a lot to our family recently. My children were in the production of The Addams Family, And we're playing.
That was my wild card.
Was it
yes,
really?
it was.
Morticia Addams.
Yes.
And they're coming out with a new movie now, the animated movie coming out soon. So I'm gonna take
I
that.
forgot about the animated movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Morticia Addams from the Addams Family, which the musical. That's a great part.
I've been told we were supposed to go 4 rounds now.
Oh
Yes, thank you. What, the musical?
yeah, it's a musical. The theatrical production is a musical.
It's true. I've heard a lot of it lately.
Really?
Yeah.
The only musical from the Addams or music from the Addams Family is the theme song with the snapping and MC Hammer's killer rendition when they had the reboot in the early 90s.
Thanks for the history lesson, except the incorrect history lesson because it's also a musical.
All right. So your teams. Tell me your team so far.
So far, I've got the Mother of Dragons. I have Morticia Addams and
Leslie Knope.
Leslie Knope. What a great
I
pick.
also like where I'm over him and Han over here of what is my 4th pick. And Andy's like, oh, now we're going to go 4.
I told you I'm happy to go 3.
No, we're going 4.
I've been told to go 4 by others.
We're going
So
4.
don't blame me.
We've got the time. We're going 4. So my team right now is Carol Brady, Marge Simpson, Claire Dunphy.
I have Jill Taylor from Home Improvement, Claire Huxtable from The Cosby Show. I'm going to go Joyce Byers from Stranger Things. Prominent role over the last 3 years, and
That's
will
a
stop
good one.
at nothing
Yes, that is true.
to protect her child and her child's friends.
She'll go to the upside down if she's got it.
She will. She will. And
That was a way better sneaky pick than Jason's.
Oh, I've got a better one.
Yeah, and then I got one more, and it's close. I thought a little bit about Catelyn Stark, to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah, certainly.
But for humor factor, I'll go Lois Griffin.
She was on my list.
Lois
as
Griffin.
well.
Okay.
I left Stark off.
Yeah, I mean, her mothering, not a lot of them made it through.
And understood the way she treated my man. My man.
Jon Snow?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I left her off.
Man, come on.
So Jill Taylor, Claire Huxtable, Joyce Byers, Lois Griffin.
I have already proven that this next pick is not a vote getter. Apparently, not enough people know the show as well, but when you know the show, it's great. And I know I'm going to make Andy a little bit jealous here because you want to talk about a mother who will stop at nothing to rescue her children. How about June Osborne, a.k.a. of Joseph, Andy, from The Handmaid's Tale?
Oh.
You're
talking about a mother
That
who will...
is
I haven't seen it.
June.
June.
Call her June.
Sure,
Yeah.
June. Has there ever been a mother willing to do more, risk more for herself?
That's a spectacular pick.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'd vote getting be darned. I mean, it's favorite TV mom. It's whoever you want that, plays a TV mom.
And she is unbelievable in that show.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess I
get to round it out.
I get a 4th pick. A little bit unexpected here. And I will go. I feel like we did the dad's draft.
Mm-hmm.
And in that dad's draft, I feel like my curveball in there was I took Uncle Phil.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm taking Aunt Viv. I'm completing the cycle, baby. Aunt Viv was awesome. She was holding it down in The Fresh Prince. She was a spectacular mom, and I get to live in that cool house.
That's a good pick.
Yeah.
I thought about going Jane Jetson just for the sake I can get the technology.
Oh.
See, the thing about Jane
figured,
Jetson is that Wilma Flintstone was way better than Jane Jetson. Like, holding Fred Flintstone in check? Not easy.
All right, what'd you guys learn on today's show?
I learned that the hardest thing for humans to accomplish is a continent-sized boot.
I learned that any day now we will be downloading into robots. Any day now.
I was going to say I learned that apparently Jason believes most people alive today will live to be 2,100 years of age.
It's at least Googleable.
I'm sorry,
2,000
sir.
years from now.
They only made it 2,000 years.
You just missed it. All right, that is it for the Spitballers podcast. Thank you for supporting the show.
Thanks for listening to the Spitballers podcast. To see what other nonsense the guys are up to, check out SpitballersPod.com.